Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to CineMike. For this episode, I'm going to be reviewing Beauty and the Beast, Disney's live-action adaptation of their 1991 animated classic. A story about a beast and his home being cursed until the spell can be broken by the love of a beauty. It's a story about not judging a book by its cover and looking past the surface for true beauty. Disney has been double-dipping back into their animated classics over the last several years and adapting them into live action. I'd say that so far they've been very hit or miss. So how does this one hold up in that translation? It's a bit of a mixed bag for me. I'll first be positive and focus on the good. Emma Watson, she's delightful as Belle. She's showing her star power here, selling every moment that she's in. I heard rumors that her singing was auto-tuned. Now, I'm not really knowledgeable about that, but her voice didn't sound all that different from the rest of the singing to me. I actually thought that she had a very pretty voice, so she's great. And Dan Stevens was also a good beast. His character felt a little inconsistent personality-wise at times, but that issue falls more in writing and direction, I think. Stevens sold it as best he could, and the cast in general did the best with what they had. Luke Evans, he looked like he was having tons of fun playing Gaston, being over the top and full of himself. Kevin Kline, he's always a pleasure to watch in anything. There's also a great cast that's unseen while the spell has them trapped in the form of furniture. You've got Ewan McGregor, Ian McKellen, Stanley Tucci, Emma Thompson. They're all solid. While this film is hoping to pull in a whole new generation of kids, it also offers some nostalgia for those of us who grew up on the animated version. So there are some things going for it. But now onto my problems with the movie. It's very by the numbers. It gives you nothing more than it has to, in my opinion. There weren't any surprises or really anything fresh brought to this, and occasionally I was a bit detached because the movie felt like it was on autopilot. At times it's a dull copy and paste of the original, and at other times it felt bloated. After all, they added on almost a full hour from the original's running time, the animated version, which I think was like 84 minutes and this one's like 129 minutes. And even with all that extra time, they didn't do the best job selling the romance between the Beast and Belle. I mean, I do think that Emma Watson and Dan Stevens overall had good chemistry together, but the switch from an antagonistic relationship to a romantic one is very sudden and artificial, especially since the Beast's backstory and initial personality doesn't seem much better than Gaston. It made it difficult to sympathize with him for me. Now, I understand that he needs an arc and a place to evolve from. I just think it could have been handled better. And they also gave Belle this backstory that doesn't add a lot to the movie about her mother. And we see it play out because somehow the Beast has a book that magically transports them to her childhood home. So a book that can transport you anywhere you desire. I can't remember this being a part of the original, but what does that have to do with the spell? The Beast and all the people that work for him being transformed into something, well, that feels part of the same deal to me. But the witch, for some reason, also giving him a book that can take him anywhere in the world? I'm not sure how that fits in. Also, I understand why the Beast had a spell put on him, but why was everyone else made to suffer along with him? They didn't seem like they were that bad of people that needed to be taught a lesson or anything. I guess that's just an issue with the story itself, but I also really question how romantic the story is. Belle is pretty much a prisoner that gets Stockholm Syndrome from her captor, the Beast. The motivations initially to get her and the Beast together is just to break the spell, so somehow that doesn't sound all that romantic to me. Some things just don't translate well from animation into live action. Now, there was so much CGI in this movie that they might as well have stuck with the cartoon version anyways. And by the way, the CGI in this was just okay at best. Now, I personally would have wanted them to take a more fresh approach instead of staying so close to what's already been done. Maybe go back to the original fairy tale and pull some inspiration from that. It's not a terrible movie. There's some fun moments, I just think it falls short of being anything special. It just doesn't do enough different from the animated version to justify itself in my mind. Now, to be fair, I don't really fall under their target audience. I'm sure that some people in that group, especially kids, will enjoy it more. For me, though, I would rank this movie with a 6 out of 10. And that's all I've got for you this time. Click like if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to comment below. Tell me what you thought about the movie. And I also welcome you to subscribe to the channel. But until next time, this is Mike, signing off.